So anyway, we have ourselves, like I said, the British Grand Prix today. Looking at the car on the vehicle performance chart, looking pretty solid. Look at that, almost completely even across the board. 13 things built up in the powertrain and the aero, 11 in durability, and 10 in the chassis. But of course, that is all skewed to the fact that powertrain is always going to be the highest because of the Mercedes engine, but also the difference between Spec 1 and Spec 2 facilities, that's going to skew it as well. But hey, we're currently 6th in the performance chart. We are just behind AlphaTauri. Ferrari went and got themselves out of 5th up into 2nd. So they took a big, massive boost over these last couple of races to get back up to where they were previously. And they're now 2nd in the performance. Of course, Mercedes far and away the best. But just look at that mid-pack right now. Like, the entirety of the mid-pack is just all bunched together. And I think that is going to make for some really great racing going forward. Taking a look at the R&D tree, as you can see, this is what I've all built up. In fact, I've just about built up everything that I can for my aero. Just need to work on, as you can see, the current buildup of the halo, or making that more aerodynamic. But then once that's done, I can't touch anything more because it's maxed out for Spec 1. Currently at the chassis department, there's still 2 more things to build out there before it's maxed out for the spec. And then for the engine, it's 2 more things that I need to build out there before it's maxed out for the spec. Who is talking to me? Okay. Whatever. But yeah, 2 more things maxed out there, and, well, we're currently at Spec 2, so all those question marks are all for Spec 3. I need to wait for Spec 3 in order to build out the rest of the tree. And how many more I got there? It looks like it's just 5. It actually is the rest of that. So basically everything that you see there on the tree, that's it. That is it. Those 3 question marks, those legitimately are the last 3 to build out on this tree. So once I get Spec 3, that's it. That's everything that needs to be done. However, this is where the point of contention is, how much of the durability do I build up? Because I pretty much have almost everything level 1 at this point, and I could start going into level 2. But of course, as you also see, the cost is going to only get worse and worse and worse as I'm building up. Because as you can see right here, 1,300 points just to build up a level 2, a major upgrade. And it's all, like I said, it's only going to get higher and higher. I think it's like, what, 15, or not 15, but 50 or 75 points per extra upgrade after you build one up. So the cost is only going to get more higher. Higher and higher as we build this car up. But honestly, I feel like that durability just does not matter in the grand scheme of things. I'd rather just save my R&D points and just wait for Williams to ultimately come down with the money to build up the Spec 2 of the aero and the chassis, and then I can start building those out. Looking forward to the hammering. Actually, no, because the Bears actually have a decent chance because the Titans' defense isn't all that great. Yeah, the Titans' defense at the very start of the season was good, but they're getting some sort of level of injuries the Bears have been getting as well, so it's not that cut and dry that the Bears are going to lose to the Titans. Bears could sneak out a victory. Just it remains to be seen, though. I still don't have that faith. Like, the Bears might lose by a field goal or something, but the Bears do have a legit chance of winning. Yeah, the Bears' offensive line is pretty dilapidated right now with the injuries and the COVID taking care of most of what that offensive line is. So yeah, I can see that being a problem. But like I said, the Titans' defense not as good as it was at the start of the season. So there is that balance. There is that balance that could take care of it. But then you take a look on the other side of the ball, the Titans' offense, you're going to run Derrick Henry. You're pretty much going to run Derrick Henry at the Bears' defense. It's all about how can you manage to wrap him up. How do you contain Derrick Henry? He is going to be the main factor on that Titans offense. That could very well be a one-man show on the Bears, against the Bears. And he's probably going to be the one that'll lead the Titans to all the points tomorrow. Alright, so honestly, nothing really to talk about. There's nothing being built out right now for aero chassis or even built up more into the powertrain. So let's just get right into it. Get into the British Grand Prix here at Silverstone. You're going to have to double team him. Yeah, you're pretty much going to have to say fuck the receivers and just start double teaming Derrick Henry. Oh, that's not a good sign. It is supposed to rain for the British Grand Prix. How much rain are we supposed to get? Oh, it's supposed to rain for a good portion of the race. Like, oh no. And it's light rain too. That's the thing. It's light rain, so it's not like torrential downpour, but there is still going to be, you know, significant wetness of the track. What you expect to? Hey! I don't want to see rain. I don't want to see rain in Britain, man. It's summertime. It shouldn't rain that much in Britain. Whatever. Else is gonna suck. And also, I do have a brand new setup courtesy of Sarancia for Britain. Tested it out a little bit earlier today and was actually turning about 3/10 a second per lap faster. So hoping that it actually works as well here too. Is it raining for practice here, or is that just bad rendering?
I've had a chat with Carl about the new parts, and we're happy that they've been integrated into the car.
Okay, it's not.
You'll be able to feel the improvement. So
all
give
right,
them a
New
try.
Britain. No, Tykesman, version 4 has not been released. He gave me this as as sort of a preview of what's to come for version 4. But this is the only one that he's given to me. All right, let's get this going. Yeah, of course, I'm his #1 client, man. Whoa! Spin out. And also, yeah, Sarancia, that's what I gotta say, is that having the differential at 60 does cause this car to be a little bit more wobbly in these turns than I would like. So if I'm gonna be honest with you, I'd keep it down to like 55, personally. But yeah, like, that was one of the big things, honestly. Is when I was in practice, like, having the differential at 60 did feel like it was slipping out a little bit more than I wanted to. Alright, purple. Moving on. Oh, I'm getting texted. What is going on here? Hey, what's going on, Delios? Sorry, I wasn't looking at chat. I was addressing a text. You can only test the differential. What was that? With a controller, if it feels any better on a wheel or such. Okay, yeah. And that's what you said beforehand. That's why when I was talking to you about brake pressure, you said it was better 90 to 95 on a controller, but, you know, 100% might be the better way to go on a wheel. So, yeah, just little personal tweaks, personal preferences. But honestly, other than that, the rest of the wing setup and the suspension setup actually was pretty damn solid around here. Well, oversteer. Well, yeah, you sent the request, what, on Thursday? Oh, I have no idea why I did that. I have no idea why I broke their cops. That's a brain fart moment right there by breaking a cops. But yeah, I know I was talking with Tykesman about this earlier, about Everton and Manchester United. Like I said, I woke up after the game, but just taking a look at the stats of the game, since Everton got up 1-0, it didn't really look like they were up for the game. Like, they allowed Manchester United back into it. And that's what cost them the game. Like, since they got the goal, they were basically playing on their back foot, allowing Manchester United to come onto them, and that's what caused them to lose. Everton can't do that, man. And no team can do that. They have to keep the pressure up. Every single time. When you got a lead, you should not immediately go on the back foot, especially if it's that early in the game, because I think they scored, what, 15th minute? Somewhere around there? You should not go on the back foot that early after you go up 1-0. And then you're right, Bruno Fernandes happened because he got 2 goals and an assist. Bruno Fernandes basically saving Ole's job here. I will say, Bruno Fernandes to Manchester United was a great pickup. Like, that is probably the most obvious statement of the century. He has single-handedly been helping out Manchester United game in and game out. Van de Beek at this point in time just looks like an expensive bench warmer, and I made this comparison as well in the past. He just does not seem like somebody that Ole wants to fit within his system. Oh shit, oh we'll make it, we're good.
Okay, test complete, and that looks bad.
Test complete, spins out after fucking, oh what's that, club? Is that the club turn? Yeah, that's club turn. There we go. Yeah, test complete Spinala. Why the Williams look so good? I don't think it looks good. I think it looks outdated because I've seen Jack Aitken go over a wheel that looks just like it when he was talking about what all the different buttons do. And he said himself, this is a wheel that I've seen back in the early 2010s when he was like just getting his start in racing. So he knows that that is an old wheel, and Williams, I guess the engineers either wanted to save money by having a wheel like that, or they thought, oh, it's different than everybody else's, and different doesn't always mean better. It really doesn't. In technology especially, different does not always mean better. It's all because, well, in part, having the LED screen actually attached to the chassis and not the wheel makes it look super weird. So I think it was a bad idea that they dropped Mina. Yeah, Mina honestly should be a starting center back, game in and game out. If he's healthy, he should be starting game in and game out for Everton. He is one of their better center backs. I'm not going to say the best that they've got, but he is one of their better center backs. But if Everton could go and like buy or look for somebody else to help bolster that defensive line, they should. Because I still think that Everton's defense has been a problem. It's been one of their problems for years. Has been their back line. And I was saying this back when they were still putting out fucking Ashley Williams and Phil Jagielka as a center backing pair. Why would you put two slow-ass, old-ass guys to try and cover all the ground in the backfield when you know they can't do it anymore? And I believe that was also the same year they got Michael Keane, too. And they were pairing Michael Keane with Ashley, or Michael Keane and Phil Jagielka. So it's like, oh, great. Now you've got Michael Keane, who needs to cover all of the ground that Phil Jagielka or Ashley Williams can't cover, which is still going to be a lot of ground, and you're going to leave so many holes in the defense because of that. God, I remember those years. Those years sucked. That was like 2016, 2017. Now, what's our center backing pairing? It should be Yerai Mina and like Mason Holgate or something. I mean, Yerai Mina I'm fine with because he's got the height. I always like having tall center backs. Like, that's always been, especially when I go back to Football Manager, I always look for tall center backs. Like, at least, let me go by imperial measurements, or not imperial, metric measurements. Like, at least 190 centimeters or taller. That's, like, honestly target height, at the very least, to go after center backs. So you can have somebody that has the ability to get height for headers, offensively and defensively, height for a wall, height to intercept passes. So as far as Yerai Mina goes, he fits the bill in being tall as a center back, and that's like one of the main things that you should look for at that position. It's also good to have a fast center back as well if you want to cover a lot of ground. I don't think Yerai Mina is as fast as I would like, so that's why I want to pair somebody up alongside him that can, act as that covering defender. Yerai Mina is more of that stopper defender. If we're going to use Football Manager terms, Yerai Mina is more of a stopper. and we need to have somebody that could be used as a cover, that could go and roam the backfield. I'm okay with having Seamus Coleman and Lucas Dean as our wingbacks. Right now, the jury is out on Niels Nkunku, the guy that we just brought in from Lille. He's 19, 20 years old, still very young. He was able to get one game during, was it Southampton? I think it was Southampton. It's either Southampton or Newcastle. And we also played him in our cup games so far. He looks okay, but I need to see more of him to actually form an opinion on him. He's got a decent potential, but that's about all I could say on him. Yeah, they paid $60,000 for him at the time because due to incentives. Whenever I see on Football Manager, it costs like, it says that they bought him for somewhere around like 170, 180,000. I think that's because of all the extra incentives that were added onto the contract. But straight up, like flat fee was probably 60,000, and then all the incentives added on top of it. But yeah, who would have thought that someone like Seamus Coleman for 60,000 pounds actually would turn into somebody that would be a pretty stalwart right back? Him breaking his leg on the Irish international game just broke my heart because it's like, oh no, we got to use like Cuco Martina, another very, very underwhelming right backs too. It's really a fucking shame. Turned our bad season even worse. Coleman breaking his leg. Yeah, he's fully recovered. He broke his leg back in, what was it, 2017, 2018 now? Yeah, it's been a couple of years since he broke his leg, but he has fully recovered.
Okay, test complete.
Alright, perfect. I'll probably do the qualifying program and then move right into actual qualifying for the race. He's not as explosive. I wouldn't expect him to be. Kind of the same thing with Yannick Bolasie after he tore his ACL. In fact, most anybody that tears their ACL is not as explosive as they were beforehand. That just goes without saying.
It's time to remind ourselves of our top three. Who are Bottas?
And that's right. I think I'm practicing now like 83. I've definitely moved the difficulty up.
Good day today. Let's have your take on it.
Why do I want to talk with you, Claire?
Your teammates' home Grand Prix. Do you think they enjoyed themselves? How do you feel the competition is for you this season?
The competition's been great. Actually getting a win and keeping myself up as a decent player in the driver's standings. Yeah, what's going on, Duck? But yeah, in all honesty, Everton, with the starting off as great as they did and now hitting a 3-game slide, losing 3 in a row. I hate to say, but it's like typical Everton. That it really seems like it's typical Everton with the fact that they start out so well, or they have a little bit of a good patch, and then they immediately follow it by just bringing the fans back down to earth by one thing or another, whether it's bad results or a player getting injured or what have you. Yeah, it's just not good, is it? I'm taking a look at the next few matches that are on the cards for Everton. They're traveling to Fulham. They're hosting Leeds, travel to Burnley before hosting Chelsea. So, in all honesty, if I'm going to be real here, and I'm sorry for any fans of those teams, Everton should be picking up 9 points from those three matches. They should be winning every single one of them before they get to Chelsea. They really should. And if they don't, then that is something that is going to be brought to Carlo's attention. Like, honestly, if you don't win at Fulham, if you don't win against, I would say if you don't win against Leeds too. I know Leeds are just recently promoted; they're a good side. But honestly, if you don't win against Fulham or Leeds, that needs to be brought to the attention of Carlo, and you need to question him. Why is the team performing so badly now? Richarlison should be back for Fulham. Richarlison was banned for 3 games. This Manchester United game was the last of his ban. So he should be back for Fulham. And I mean, we also have 2 weeks due to international break too that will allow everyone to get fully fit. But seriously, if you don't win against Fulham, you don't win against Leeds, that should be, okay, time to question the team and time to question Carlo, like, what's going on here? Absolutely. Oh, absolutely, Sarantia. You need to get 3 straight wins from those 3 teams. If Everton, with as hot of a start as they were, and, giving fans hope of, hey, we could actually, get Champions League football this year, be a top 4, maybe even outside chance of challenging for a Premier League title, you need to win those games. Need to win those games. Otherwise, it's just all shambles. Rest of the matches before the end of the year, they've got Leicester, Arsenal, Sheffield United, and Man City. Those are the games to round out the end of the year. Of course, we can go say Everton, Manchester United in the League Cup right before Christmas. But yeah, honestly, Everton need to get their shit together. Losing the 3 straight that they did, especially to Southampton and Newcastle, when they honestly should have picked up at least a draw, at least a point in each of those matches. That's not good. It's honestly not good. Do I think they'll turn it around? Absolutely. But if they don't, then there needs to be some serious questions asked. There needs to be some serious questions asked of this team. Oh yeah, I'm practicing on 83 now. In fact, I think I may even start moving it up again. I'll practice on like 85. Alright, 95 for the AI. And let me also swap my engine to race day engine. From practice to race day. Is anybody tonight going to be watching Full Gear? Because that's the whole reason why I'm streaming as early as I am. I'm going to be out watching Full Gear. Going to one of my buddy's places to watch it. Does anybody care about Full Gear? Does anybody care about the matches that are going to be on the card? Will James move infield when Richarlison comes back? He should, because James is our attacking mid. James, when Carlo played his diamond, when we first started the season, James was the attacking mid. So yeah, he should be moving more to the inside, more center of the pitch when Richarlison comes back. So I'm taking a look at the matches. There are 9 matches on the card, going from bottom to top. Serena Deeb versus Allison Kay for the NWA Women's World's Championship. Orange Cassidy versus, number 4, John Silver of Dark Order. Chris Jericho versus MJF. If MJF wins, he's allowed to join the Inner Circle. This one, honestly, it feels to me like Jericho's just going to lie down for MJF to allow him in. I just have this very weird feeling that Chris is just going to take a dive and allow MJF into the Inner Circle. Or another part of me thinks that Inner Circle is going to interfere in this match on behalf of Chris to not allow MJF in. Kind of, this part of me thinks that it could go either way. Like, there is no clean win. There's not going to be a clean win in this scenario. I just don't think. I don't know, honestly. If she did, well, obviously NWA is not really doing much nowadays. So if she left NWA like Ricky Starks did just to, find a job elsewhere, then okay. Interesting. Hikaru Shida versus Nyla Rose for the AEW Women's Championship. I think Nyla Rose wins it back. Because that was That was the whole thing back in shit. What was that? Was it Revolution that Hikaru Shida won the title off of Nyla? I think that they're building up Nyla back to take the title back. So I think that Nyla wins tonight, gets it back. Jon Moxley versus Eddie Kingston in an I Quit match for the AEW World title. I think Jon Moxley wins it. I think Jon keeps it. FTR versus the Young Bucks in a World Tag Team title match. If the Young Bucks lose, they will never challenge for the World Tag Team titles again, kind of like Cody and the World title when he lost to MJF back at Revolution. Was it Revolution or was it Full Gear last year? No, it was Full Gear last year that Cody put that stipulation up. So I honestly think that FTR... Ooh... No, I think Young Bucks win. Honestly, I think Young Bucks win, and it just builds the feud between them and FTR. Oh, one of them has an MCL. Okay, then I changed my pick. Thanks for the insider information. I will change that to FTR then. Part of me though thinks that the Young Bucks win and then they forfeit the title because I just don't think that the Young Bucks will not ever go for the world titles again. That's just me. Cody Rhodes versus Darby Allin in a singles match for the TNT title. I think with all the shit that Cody's kind of pulling tweener stuff, he's been giving a lot of shit to Darby Allin. I think Darby Allin wins. Part of me thinks, and part of me wants Darby Allin to win because I know Darby Allin's been building and building and building to be this I won't say a force, but he's definitely being a very sympathetic face and has a lot of crowd reaction behind him. I think that Darby should win. Hey, who knows? Could start hot-shotting belts. It's happened in the past. Who says that they won't do it again? And then finally, Adam Page versus Kenny Omega. I know this is not going to be the main event. It's going to be Moxley Kingston main event, but this is just how they listed it on Wikipedia. Adam Page versus Kenny Omega. Winner receives a future world title shot. I want to say Kenny. I really do. Because Adam Page already had his title shot. Like, the very first night, remember All Out? The very first world title match was Adam Page versus Chris Jericho. So Adam Page has already had his title shot. Kenny hasn't. Kenny has not. So that's why I think that Kenny Omega is going to win this match. Kenny is also starting to make a little bit more of a heel run, too. Adam Page is already, like tweener to heel. Kenny is starting to go from face to tweener. So it's almost it's like a toss-up, but I still think that Kenny Omega is going to win it and get that world championship shot, which then Kenny would go full heel to John's face kind of tweener. And then further on down the line, maybe next Revolution, you have Moxley versus Kenny Omega for the title. Boom. Have you missed anything good? I haven't seen anything that makes me want to watch again. It's all been like build-up for the last 3-4 weeks, Duck. So I can't really say has there been anything good because I can't tell you if it's good or not, but it's just like been build-up for the last 3 to 4 weeks. What's my gearbox looking like? Okay, the last race, and it's at 42%. My gearbox is fine. Don't have to worry about the gearbox. So that's Full Gear. It looks like a pretty decent card. Can't complain too much about it. Alright, so another 1,050 points. What can I do? What can I do with these points? I don't think I can touch the engine. What's going on, Nigel? Are you ready for Watkins Glen tonight? Because I was practicing it earlier today, and I am going to have a problem. Simon Diamond has a problem. And honestly, it's gonna be the turn one, and it's gonna be the bus stop that I know is where I'm going to... I know I'm gonna have my problems. I don't know about you, but I know that's where I'm gonna have my problems. Alright, so once again, just making sure that nothing has changed. It's still sunny for qualifying and rainy for the actual race here at Silverstone. As far as the R&D tree goes, what about this engine? Yeah, 1550. I currently have 1450 as far as points, so I can't build up this engine part just yet, as much as I want to. I think I'm going to have to wait until after the Hungarian Grand Prix, which is when I said I'd stop, too. The Hungarian Grand Prix was going to be the last Grand Prix that I would be building up or building up my car, and then I'd save up R&D points until that time. So I think that after the Hungarian Grand Prix, I will have enough points to build up the rest of this engine, and then it's just wait and see what the regulations are going to be for the Japanese Grand Prix. Alright, so let us get into qualifying. But yeah, it's going to be a steady rain through most of the British Grand Prix. Figure probably the last 5 laps of the race are going to be dry. At best, the last 5 laps of the race. Alright, so got that going, and let's go hit the track. Yeah, Nigel, I'm still a wussy man, though. I have the driving line on. I pretty much have the driving line on for all road courses. All the ovals, though, I take it off. Hey, what's going, Leon? Whoa! Oh, and that's what I don't want to see. Can't upset the apple cart too much. It could also be that the anti-roll bar is tweaked wrong. But like I said, I'm not a setup maker, so I can't really figure out if it should be higher or lower. Because that's another thing. Maybe it's not the differential, Saratia. Maybe it's the roll bar. Maybe it's the roll bar that's causing me to just flail wildly around the track. Oh shit, that was bad. I'm going back to my ways where I'm turning in way too late. I'm turning in way later than I think I am, causing me to brake and lose speed through the turns. I'm going back to my old ways. I can't do that. Can't do that. Road courses are more your thing than oval. That's fair enough. Alright, so if I want to make it out of Q1, right now I need to get 4/10 faster, realistically 5/10 faster. Daniel Ricciardo's sitting at spot 15. Like I said, 4/10 faster there.
Specific information or make certain changes to the car during a pit stop, you can tell me what you want over the radio.
It's all because I'm losing momentum.
Press the radio button to activate the system, and you can either speak the command or select it manually from the radio screen that will appear on the multifunction display. While the radio is active, cycle through command groups with the MFD button.
Oh, Jeff, shut up. Yeah, they're really not, man. They really are not. Well, to be fair, their car took a big hit last season. Their car took a big hit between last season and this season. Alright, I need to find half a second somewhere. Well, cutting the track will definitely do that, but I can't do that. I don't think I'm getting any faster here. Wow, that is a horrible, horrible line. Yeah, I'm already 5/10 down. You know what? I'm not going to make this. I'm not going to make this. Took a horrible line through Brooklands. I'm not going to make it. I'll just take whatever it gives me. So George Russell did get out of it. And I am, in fact, going to start in 18th. Yeah, honestly, if I would have gotten that 5/10 faster, I would have made it out of Q1, but just bad turns. Just bad turn in. It's what allowed me to get this this horrible, horrible run. Alright, so aside from myself, both Haas's didn't make it, Kimi didn't make it, and Carlos Sainz also did not make it. Gotcha. Alright, so, well, good luck to George Russell. In the hopes that he can deliver us a decent start. Yes, Lando, I know you have a better starting position than me. Ocon top 6, all because of it's not practice one, it's qualifying one. So of course he's going to. And also, because of the fact that the race is going to be wet at the start, differential is going to be up to 63. Correct, Sarancia? Like, differential is always going to be 10% higher than what dry is. So, go from 53 to 63, and then super wet was 68, if I remember correctly.
Welcome along then to Great Britain and the Great Silverstone Circuit for today's Grand Prix.
Thank you, Jeff.
Silverstone Circuit then. It's 3.6 miles long and has a total of 18 corners. And of course, is no stranger to the rain. There won't be any DRS available in these conditions, but the Wellington and Hangar Straights are still good opportunities to tuck into the slipstream and make a pass.
Jeff even saying that it's not going to be.
Before we begin,
it's not going to be
let's take
great.
a quick look at the grid lineup for today's race. Lewis Hamilton lines up on pole
position.
Of
course he is.
It's Valtteri Bottas that completes the front row. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have
There's Gasly again. There's that man again.
Daniel Kvyat and Leclerc, Vettel, Albon, Perez, and Esteban Ocon, Ricciardo, Stroll, Lando Norris, and Russell, Giovinazzi,
14th, all right.
Sainz, Kevin Magnussen, and O'Brien, Raikkonen, and Romain Grosjean sits at the back of the grid.
Alright, so 18th place starting in the light rain.
Okay, this is the team's home race. We're all relying on you to impress today.
So, 26 lap race, and they're telling me to split it half and half on these intermediate tires. As I said before, it looks like that there is going to be a little bit of a break in the rain towards the end of the race. So, like I said, at most, the last 5 laps are going to be dry. I don't know when they'll say switch over to slicks. Maybe with 3 laps to go. Just thinking maybe with 3 laps to go is when they'll have that switch over. And everyone's just going to go mad dash, a mad rush to get into the slick tires, the soft tires. See, here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. I've done this before where I've done this at Hungary, by the way. I've done this before where I've raced an entire race having not swapped my intermediate tires out. It was Hungary, and I think I finished a top 5 because of it. Now, obviously, because of the changeover, there will, in fact, be a switch over into the slicks. However, how long do you think I could run on these intermediate tires? You think that I could be able to make these intermediate tires last? I'll check the entirety of the race, to see if this strategy can work. But hell, you think these intermediate tires can last? I think they can. Just looking at it, I think I can make these intermediate tires last the entirety of the race. I think we might do that. Don't come into pit until just lap 21, 22. when they say you need to come in for slicks. I think that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna chance it. Guys, I think we're gonna chance it by sticking on these intermediate tires the entire race through until the call for slicks. It's almost like chancing it at France and getting the win there with that strategy. So we're gonna chance it here. Alright, wish me luck. Punctures occur at like 75, 80. Fuck's sake. Ah, damn it. Yeah, I knew that was going to be a problem. Excuse me, pardon me, coming through. Demand respect, coming through. I just saw that, Tykesman. I just saw that as you said something. And back into the rain I go. Yeah, back into the spray. Oh my God. I feel like I've got no confidence. How loose this car wants to get. I feel like I've got no confidence in driving in the rain here. Can tell it's Britain because of the rain? Yeah. I don't really, god damn it, I don't really want to have rain races. I'm not a big fan of rain racing. Also, it's starting to be more and more times I race here at Britain, it's getting rainy. Like, I did not have that problem back in 2019. 2020, they've definitely upped the amount of wet weather racing at Britain. But anyway, RD, how you doing, bud? 26 laps, with like 20 of them gonna be in the rain. I've got a fast engine. But being in the Williams car, it's not about being fast, it's about being tactical. I need to strategize. Which is the whole reason why I'm not going to be
race. Keep it up.
It's the whole reason why I'm not going to be pitting for another set of intermediates. I'm going to wait until the changeover to slicks. Tykesman, that just means the Fulham defense is leaky as hell.
Okay, looks like some of those puddles are clearing. We're still on the right time for the time being, but we're not a million miles away from slick conditions.
Oh, was the forecast wrong? Weather report.
Current forecast is 5 or 10 more minutes of rain before it dries up. Inters look like the best tyre for now.
I'd say if there are 13 laps or less left in this race, I am going to switch to soft tires. Smooth Criminal, thanks for the follow, my man. Is that a refollow? I remember you, potentially I remember you from the FM days. If so, welcome on back, man. How you doing?
Okay, I think the track will be drying out quite soon. Mind you don't burn out your tyres.
Oh, okay. Because there was another Smooth Criminal that followed me. I can see the difference in the name now. The other one actually has the I's as ones. So that's why I didn't know if you were the same guy, just changed your name. But either way, thanks for stopping on by, man. Hope you're doing well. Hope you enjoy the stream. Just going to be doing one F1 race today, and then at 5 o'clock Chicago time, I'll be switching over to iRacing because I have a truck league I will be participating in. I'm going to be driving around Watkins Glen. For any of you road fanatics that may have driven Watkins Glen or know of Watkins Glen in the past. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Getting a little frisky. Car's getting a little frisky now. Can't have too much of that. If I can just get around Magnussen. Damn it, Kevin, I know I'm faster than you in the corners. bad I just can't catch him on straight line speed, but I'm faster than him in the corners. Oh yeah, because you just get that spray in your face. Uh-oh. And all it took was a little slide, and I am back off behind the 8-ball again. But yeah, I am kind of trying to focus as to when these clouds go away and when would be the best time to come and pit. Because in all honesty, we might be able to do... It might be a double soft strategy, depending on how far back the track dries. Like, if it's starting to dry up, like, now, I might do a double soft stint. Ah, shit! Well, that hurts. Well, also remember, I can't see the map. I can't see the map in the lower left-hand corner because my chat is covering it, so I can't see if anybody is coming into the pits. So any sort of advantage I may have for being back here, well, it's negated thanks to trying to talk to you guys. It is also still very annoying seeing the please wait in the upper left-hand corner. You know what? I never thought of that. Moving the map up to below their names? Yeah, let me take a look at this. So, is it graphic options? On-screen display. OSD customization. See, yeah, obviously that, team objective complete, I'd have to move that down. Alright, so yeah, racing. Oh, did not mean to do that. Select element. Yeah, I'd have to move this down. Options. We could hide it. And I don't really care about the team objectives all that much. And then we'll move you up. There we go. Hey, I can actually see shit now. Yeah, we could do that. I don't know how do you guys feel about that? Would you be okay with moving it up to here, even though it's probably going to cut off a little bit of the visual screen? Because having it down in the bottom left-hand corner, obviously, amongst the car, the frame of the car, better for you guys. Much better for you guys because it's not really blocking anything. But having it like this, so I can actually finally see the map, this would be better for me. Having it like that. Confirm changes. We can play around with it. We can run a few laps or maybe even a few races with it and see how it works. Alright, it's not raining anymore.
We're at +1 lap of extra fuel. Fuel target +1.
So it's not raining anymore. Track might be fully dry in a couple of laps' time. Ah, for fuck's sake! Man. Yeah, I'm really thinking that the anti-roll bar settings, Sriracha, might be such so that it's causing the car to roll a bit more than under the previous settings. The anti-roll bar is doing the exact opposite of what it should be doing. All right, nobody's coming to pit just yet. 17 laps to go.
I don't think the line is really dry enough yet to start thinking about slicks. Let's hold on to the inters for a while longer.
Like I said, I think coming into pit, everybody is going to choose soft tires, then they might just do a double stint of soft. However, I will say this, if it's like 13 laps left to go, I'll switch to mediums, and we'll go medium the rest of the way. Oh yeah, now I can see. Obviously, I can see it now, so I can make judgment calls on if anybody's going to be coming into the pits. I could decide... Like, especially now during the rains, like, oh, people are going to be coming into pit now? I might come in pit with that initial group, too. So it'll give me a better sense of a judgment call by having the map available to me. But yeah, my whole thing was I want to make it visually better for you guys, not so much for me. And I thought having it in the bottom left was probably better for you guys because it's out of the way. No, I knew how to move it, Tykesman. Like, every single other place... Hell, the map in the bottom left it's not its default position in the first place. So I did move it down there beforehand. But like I said, that was all just a visual thing for you guys. Not so much for me.
A new strategy is available on the MFD. Okay, copy that.
Alright, Jeff is saying come in lap 14 for soft tires. Which actually, yeah, now that I think about it, lap 13, lap 14 for softs, and just run the soft tires into the ground is probably the better idea. just so I can have, like, the initial burst of speed. God damn, the Mercedes are just flying. Well, if it was default
Yellow
bottom
flag.
left... Yellow flag?
Be aware, there's an incident in the next part of the track. No overtaking through the yellow flags.
No! George is out of the session!
Okay, the incident has been cleared. Let's get back up to racing speed. We're approaching the pit window. You'll be on the softs.
Anyway, what was I going to say? Oh, yeah, since the map was in the bottom left, if it was default bottom left, that's fine. I did move around stuff visually aside from that. Like, I moved the lap counter up. I moved the standings counter, the timing table up. I think I moved a lot of stuff out to the borders because they were a little closer inward by default on the screen. So I just moved them out towards the borders. Only thing you did was move the mirror lower. Yeah, that's right. I moved the mirror lower so that, as you can see, it looks like it's right on the halo. Because you're right, it was default higher. Alright, see ya, Sarantia. So yeah, right now, probably expecting a lot of drivers coming in this lap. Or they may be waiting until next lap. Alright, coming into pit next lap. Next lap, coming into pit for soft tires. Yeah, the track is very much drying out. Definitely looks like it's drying out. To a good degree now. Still some spray getting kicked up, though. That's kind of why I don't want to box right now, because the spray is still kicking up off the tires. Yeah, that's the only reason why I'm hesitant, is because there's still spray kicking up. There's still spray kicking up, and there's no DRS call. Like, DRS is not activated yet. I think once we get that DRS active notification, everybody's coming down the pit. Still nobody coming down pit. Alright, I'll stay out then. Like I said, it is still very much kicking up spray. Which, if I go to slicks, it's not going to be very useful. But at least we have it available.
Really good. You're managing it well.
Wow. I think once the tires stop kicking up spray, that's when you'll see drivers come down. But right now, I'm still seeing spray pick up off the tires, so there is still water on the track. Hey, Joe, what's going on, bud? But yeah, the fact that there's still water on the track, that's kind of the reason why I'm not coming down pit road. I'm not coming down to get the tires yet. Mercs are still not pitting. When DRS is enabled, the track is ready a half a lap before.
Situation, but I don't think we have cause to move on to a different tyre yet.
I did not know that, Rifle Apple. But yeah, my logic still remains. I'm still seeing the Inders kicking up some spray, meaning that I just do not trust going on the slick tires right now. Yeah, same with everybody around me. Nobody pitted. I'm just closing in on Magnussen. Again. Second time. Shit! Fucking pissing me off, man. Maybe the tires are starting to get too heated up. Let me take a look. Yeah, Jeff's a lying bitch, is what he is.
Be aware we expect the grip levels to start falling away soon.
Up, coming in.
Understood, stopping this lap.
DRS is enabled. I may be coming back into pitting right now. Oh yeah, that's right. This is also the worst pit stop, the worst pit lane ever. This is the worst pit lane ever because you're like 40 seconds in the pit lane.
Release.
Yeah, you're spending 40 seconds in the pit lane. It's fucking dumb.
Look after these tyres now. We want to finish
All right,
the race on
9
this
laps
compound.
left to go. Actually, 10 technically. There we go. I'm seeing people come down pit lane now. I don't think I'll catch anybody, though, is the problem. Like I said, it's 40 seconds in pit lane. I just don't think I'll catch anybody.
We've been awarded a time penalty. It will go against our finishing time at the end of the race.
I know I said I wouldn't catch anybody. I caught Kimmy and Grosjean. They were in the pits. That's about it, though. You could call it either pit lane or pit road. It still sounds like an address if you're going by that pin dog. Yes, I really did just set a fastest lap. Sucks I'm not going to hold on to it. Come on, tighten it up, tighten it up. God, it's a yoke, it's a yoke. Can't tighten this shit up, man. Yep, there it is. I held fastest lap for one lap. Go me. Yeah, at this point in time, I think I'm just going to have to be content with 16th. Because I got that 3-second time penalty against me. And actually, fucking Kimmy is catching up to me. But it's like, even if I was, going to close in on Giovinazzi or Stroll or anybody in front of me, really. I would then have to get a 3-second lead on top of passing them. Oh, shit. Something which right now I just cannot do. Ah, shit! Jesus Christ, Brian. I'm missing my marks. Which shouldn't be hard to do. I got a fucking line in front of me.
Our excess fuel. We'll be back on target soon. Don't wait too long to turn the engine down.
At this point in time, for the rest of the race, I need to be careful. Otherwise, I get a 6-second penalty. And that pretty much guarantees I drop all the way to the end. That's something I don't want. After this race, we'll see what I can do. If I can do anything before the Hungarian Grand Prix, like if I can change anything up R&D-wise or whatever. If not, then I'll just go right into iRacing. I'll load up some practice and get a few more laps of practice in before the actual race comes down.
There's 5 laps of fuel remaining.
Because the race lobby opens up at 5 in 35 minutes. Opens up 10 minutes of practice, then qualifying, and then the actual race. But hey, if I can get a little bit of extra practice in beforehand, I will take advantage of it. Each passing turn, Kimi is getting closer and closer. Should also say with each passing turn that I take poorly. Because honestly, that's why he's making up all this time, is because I'm taking these turns stupidly poor. I'm actually closing in on Stroll. Like, a few laps ago, he was like 8, almost 9 seconds up on me. I'm closing in on him. I think I may catch him and pass him, but like I said, because of the 3-second time penalty, it's not going to matter. Just find it very strange. Stroll is dropping back as much as he is. It's got to be an engine issue. I mean, it has to be an engine issue for him. Nah, I wouldn't say all of them, Teichman. Wouldn't you say Fernando Alonso's a paid driver? I mean,
there's 3 laps of fuel remaining.
I mean, he's definitely a paid driver now. Going to Renault Alpine, he's definitely a paid driver. But even back then, wasn't he considered a pay driver too? Didn't he bring the Santander money to Renault? I thought I heard somewhere that Santander sponsored Fernando back in the day. Oh, it's Ferrari. Gotcha. I have no idea why I did that. Y'all done with your practice there, Nigel? God, it's looking more and more that Kimi is, in fact, going to beat me on time. Man, I need to put together some seriously clean laps if I want to keep this up. Dizzy from all the spinning. Oh boy. That only means good news for me, eh? I was going to get a little practice in myself after I'm done with this race, before the actual lobby opens up.
There's only 1 lap of fuel remaining.
Oh, your truck isn't spinning, your head is spinning. Gotcha. Well, yeah, take a break from looking at the screen, man. Nothing stopping you. Well, clearly it's a song I've never heard of, Tykesman. Oh, bad entry. It's like hella bad entry there. Lewis Hamilton wins the race. Yeah, like I said, I was going to do practice, just test drive practice after this race, before the lobby opens up. Oh, gotta push. Kimmy's still within 3 seconds. I don't think I beat him. I don't think I beat him.
The race. We'll see you in Parc Fermé.
My best time at Watkins is 1:14.6. So I finished either
Well, they've done a
16th or
brilliant job,
17th.
I must say, under some intense pressure to take a well-earned victory here at the British Grand Prix.
So yeah, who was the podium is the question.
Tell me,
So
Ant,
it's
how do you think they
Hamilton.
were able to deliver such
Oh,
an
Gasly got on the
result
podium.
today?
Well, I think it was clear what the main contributing factor
Hamilton,
on the track
Bottas,
was today.
Gasly is your
Speed.
top three.
I know it sounds like an obvious thing to say, Crofty, but fast cars win races, and we saw that today with our winner.
And I can see the drivers starting to approach the podium for the victory celebrations. A real team
Oh no,
victory
that's
today.
Kvyat.
Everybody
Kvyat got
played their
third.
part. Congratulations then to Mercedes.
So
your
Hamilton,
race winners
Bottas,
today.
Kvyat is your top three, is your podium. That's crazy. But once again, it all comes down to it's that Honda engine, how AlphaTauri has built their car out has just been crazy that they are that good. And they have a fast engine to back it up.
And after this round of the World Championship, here's how things look in
That, like I said, that is crazy right there. Gasly 4th, Verstappen 5th, both Ferraris behind him, Albon in 8th, Perez 9th, Lando Norris 10th. Obviously, that's going to hurt my rivalry with him. Then you got Sainz, Ocon,
drivers'
Ricciardo,
table. More points for
Giovinazzi.
Valtteri Bottas.
And yes, I did in fact drop down into 17th because of the time penalty. By how much? How much was I off? 3/10. 3/10. Kimi was able to beat me there. But yeah, Giovinazzi, Stroll, Raikkonen, myself, Grosjean, Magnussen, and of course Russell DNFing. Yeah,
Further
hate to see it.
solidifying his lead.
Don't think you can go much faster in 113.5. Yeah, I don't think I can crack
Your take on
114
it.
personally.
How do you feel the weather affected the outcome today?
The weather was shit.
Your teammate is at home today. The crowd really
I'm sure they appreciated it, but they didn't
How do
like
you
it when he
feel about
crashed
this team's
out.
Performance this season.
How do you think about Ferrari? I think their drivers have been working wonders with what they have to drive. Because it's a shitbox.
Appreciate your time.
It's a Ferrari. It's a shitbox. Damn it, Lando Norris. God damn you, Lando Norris. How am I not up into 10? How am I not up into 10 for driver acclaim? No. Just need to be consistent and not push it. Yeah, everybody will push themselves off of the track, I'm sure. Like, I've got no reason to worry because if I get into a wreck, it's going to be my own damn fault. I don't feel like I'll be part of anybody else's wreck. If I wreck, it's my own damn fault because I will be the one that started it. Alright, is there anything coming down? No, let's take a look and see if the Halo... Yep, the Halo did, in fact, get built out.
They'll be on the car ready for the next race weekend.
And as far as R&D points go, that's right. I think these two... I think I could build out my chassis shit. Hold on a second. I can't build out my chassis shit just yet. Not until the weekly resources come on through.
Okay, we've had the new parts come through from the fabrication process.
Alright, so let
We'll
me
have
build
them
out my
with us for the
chassis
next
shit.
Grand Prix.
So we'll develop that, or it'll get done before the Belgian Grand Prix. This might actually be the last thing. Yeah, I can, actually. Perfect. This might very well be the last thing that I build out. What's going on, Toon Athletic? So I've maxed out my aero for now. I maxed out all the Spec 1 aero. Gotta wait until Spec 2 gets built. The factory gets built, so I can start building that. I'm on the way to maxing out all of Spec 1 chassis. At this point in time, my engine is... Well, I just have 2 more things left to max out Spec 2 engine. But as I said before, after this race, after the Belgian Grand Prix, I was not going to spend any more points. I'm just going to start accumulating it and keeping it on stockpile until the Japanese Grand Prix comes in, because that's when the regulations come down. But the Russian or Japanese Grand Prix, that's when regulations for next season come down, and I need to convert any and all parts that I have on my tree over to next season. So I might as well start building a stockpile of R&D points so that it can then be used to like mass convert everything over to next season. That's probably what I'll do.